You believed him? That's what my uncle said when I told him I gave my savings to a man I barely knew. I was just 14, cleaning tables at a roadside diner every weekend to save for a used bike. My goal was $120. I had $89 saved, hidden in a rusted cookie tin beneath my bed. Then one rainy afternoon, he walked in, soaked, barefoot, hands trembling, said his name was Marcus. He asked for water. I gave him warm soup instead. He looked me in the eyes and said, "You're the first kind soul I've met in weeks." We talked while he ate. He told me about a job interview out of town, said he just needed help getting there, just a bus ticket and a clean shirt. He promised he'd return the money, swore on his mother's grave, and I, young, stupid, hopeful, gave him everything, every single dollar. He hugged me tight. "You won't regret this. I'll come back in 3 days. I swear it." 3 days passed, then a week, then a month. He never came back. My uncle laughed when he found out, called me naive. My savings were gone, my dream bike was gone, and a part of me hardened. For years, I stopped helping strangers. I stopped believing in promises. That one moment killed something innocent in me. 12 years later, I got hired at a logistics company as a junior warehouse manager. My boss was a quiet older man, kind but firm. Everyone called him Mr. M. One day, we were short-staffed, and I stayed late to help. As we locked up, he asked if I'd always been this responsible. I shrugged. "Tried to be," I said, "but the world taught me not to expect much back." He nodded slowly, then asked, "Did you ever lend money to someone who never returned it?" I stopped breathing. He turned to me, aged now, a bit heavier, beard tinged with gray. "I lied," he said quietly. "I never had a job interview. I was just lost, ashamed, and scared to come back with nothing." I stared at him. "I looked for you years later," he continued. "But your family had moved. I never forgot your face, so I built something, hoping one day you'd walk through my door." He reached into his drawer, pulled out a cookie tin, old, rusted, but familiar. Inside, $89, and a brand new check for $25,000. "For your bike," he said with a shaky smile, "and for the years I stole from your faith in people." I didn't say anything, just hugged him, tight, the way he once hugged me before vanishing. And just like that, the boy who once gave everything, and the man who once took it all, found redemption on the warehouse floor.
You might miss out on our next interesting stories if you are not following us.
The little boy fainted right in front of my food truck. No warning, just dropped to the ground like a sack of potatoes. 1 second he was staring at the menu, barefoot, clutching his belly. The next he was out cold on the pavement. I jumped down from the truck faster than I've moved in 10 years, propped his head up, checked his pulse. It was racing. A few folks gathered, but no one seemed to know him. I gave him water, wiped his face. Then his eyes fluttered open, and he whispered something that hit me like a brick. "I just wanted to smell the fries." That was all. He wasn't begging, he wasn't stealing. He just wanted to smell the food because he hadn't eaten in 2 days. I gave him everything I had, fries, a burger, 2 bottled waters. He kept saying, "Thank you, mister," like it was gold. I tried asking questions. "Where are your parents? Where do you live?" But he got nervous and ran off after scarfing it all down. That night, I couldn't stop thinking about him. So the next day, I made an extra meal and kept it on the counter. Same thing the day after that, didn't see him again. Until 13 years later, I was catering a big corporate event downtown. Fancy suits, valet parking, open bar, the works. Halfway through the evening, this sharply dressed young guy walks straight up to my truck window, smiling, confident. Something about his face felt familiar. Then he says, "Your fries still smell the same." I stared at him. He reached into his coat and pulled out a card, slid it across the counter. "Marcus E. Cole, Director of Outreach, Youth Housing Project." "I run a shelter now," he said, "for kids who go to sleep hungry, like I used to." I didn't know what to say. Then he reached into his pocket again and pulled out a folded, faded receipt from my truck, dated 13 years ago. "I kept this," he said. "It reminded me that someone cared when I had nothing." And before walking away, he added, "You gave me fries. I'm trying to give them futures." I never saw him faint again, but I've seen him feed hundreds. You might miss out on our next interesting stories if you are not following us.